हेलो गाइस,
वेलकम टू पाकिस्तानी रियल रिएक्शन। तो कैसे हैं आप सब? उम्मीद है आप सब बढ़िया होंगे और मजे में होंगे। मेरा नाम
मैं हूं मुबशर। सो गाइस, चंद्रयान 3 लॉन्च हुआ है, लेकिन उसके ऊपर सबसे इम्पोर्टेंट चीज हमने पूरी दुनिया की मीडिया का रिएक्शन नहीं देखा। ऑल वर्ल्ड मीडिया रिएक्शन ऑन चंद्रयान 3 लॉन्च सक्सेस, और उसके ऊपर सक्सेसफुल लॉन्च जो हुई है चंद्रयान 3 की, उसके ऊपर पूरी दुनिया के मीडिया ने क्या बोला है वो देखेंगे। मतलब हर मत भूलेगा तो स्टार्ट।
India's space agency has successfully launched a rocket that will seek to land a robotic rover on the moon's south pole.
Start with a historic mission to the moon and the launch of India's Chandrayaan 3 spacecraft.
India's space agency has just launched a rocket that will attempt to land a robotic rover on the moon. The Chandrayaan 3 mission aims to touch down on the moon's largely unexplored south pole.
USA. Unexplored USA. France, Arabs, China, Pakistan, Russia.
India's space agency has successfully launched a rocket that will seek to land a robotic rover on the moon's south pole. And it marks a first, not just for India, but also for space exploration. Well, the rocket took off about an hour ago from the country's main spaceport in Andhra Pradesh in the south. If all goes to plan, the rover is expected to land on the moon in late August, where it will remain functional for up to 2 weeks, performing a series of experiments. The mission's dubbed Chandrayaan 3. It could make India the 4th country to execute a controlled moon landing. Only 3 other nations have successfully accomplished that feat. That's the United States, Russia, and China.
Hello, I'm Lucy Gray. Welcome to the programme. We start with a historic mission to the moon and the launch of India's Chandrayaan 3 spacecraft. This is the moment that it took off just under an hour ago. It entered Earth's orbit shortly after. It's India's second attempt at a lunar landing, and if it's successful, NASA will deploy a rover near the moon's south pole next month, and India will become only the 4th country behind the US, the former Soviet Union and China to manage a controlled lunar landing.
India's space agency has just launched a rocket that will attempt to land a robotic rover on the moon. The Chandrayaan 3 mission aims to touch down on the moon's largely unexplored south pole. The rocket launched in the last hour from India's Space Center on Sriharikota Island on India's east coast. It will now travel for almost a month to the moon. And if it succeeds to land, India will become only the 4th country to put a craft on the moon. Several earlier missions have ended in failure. One objective is to explore the moon's polar regions for ice, which could potentially supply space station
Joining us live, Ishan Garg is here. Hi, Ishan. So it's a huge day for India. We were so excited seeing the scenes in the last hour. If this mission's to be successful, we do know there's still a month that it's got to travel, this Chandrayaan 3, before it gets to the moon. What could it mean with success for the country's position?
And it's doing things like taking their time, so using the least amount of fuel possible. That cuts down on the budget. Using smaller craft, so this rover, is not the sort of size of a car that you would expect with the Martian rovers. This one is on its biggest dimension. It's about 1 meter long. And so then that reduces the cost as well. Lower mass as well is always cheaper. And it's very, very specific targets. We only expect this rover to be working for 1 lunar day. That's one of the things with the timing of this mission as well, is to get there for the start of a lunar day. So we've got that full 2 weeks to make the most of all of that solar power to charge the batteries. And so it means that India can do these extraordinary missions and extraordinary science.
इसी से तो यार वीडियो खत्म। कह रही है इतने की तो हम मूवीज इससे महंगी बना देते हैं जितने में इंडिया मिशन कर देता है। मतलब ये एक तरह से बहुत बड़ा कॉम्प्लीमेंट है, जहां पर नासा, चाइनीज, ये सारे ये बिलियंस ऑफ डॉलर्स लगाते हैं ऐसे प्रोजेक्ट्स पे। भारत इतने सस्ते में कार जाता है कि दुनिया हैरान हो जाती है। ये तो और सक्सेसफुल वो एक बीबीसी ने फेलियर जो बोला भाई, वो फेलियर नहीं था।
वो चांद पे पानी ढूंढ कर आया था।
पहले में चांद पर पानी ढूंढा था 2 किलोमीटर